Lazar talked to him because he thought they were going to kill him. Because he had started bringing people to watch the test flights because he got fired. He got released. And the reason why he got released is when you're on top secret clearance, when you're working for the government and they fly you to Area 51 and you're doing fucking work on spaceships, you're not allowed to tell anybody, including your wife.
Yeah.
So he'd get a phone call like 11 p.m. I got to go to work. And he would leave. And the wife was like, this motherfucker's cheating on me. So she starts having an affair. She's cheating back. Exactly. So she starts having an affair, and all their phones are tapped, of course. But she doesn't know their phones are tapped because she doesn't know what he's doing.
Why would she?
Because he can't tell her what he's doing. So she starts fucking this guy, and then they're worried that he's going to be in a situation of emotional turmoil because his wife's having an effect. So they don't share the information with him. They just release him. He's now fired. So he's going back to his friends like, I'm working on fucking UFOs. They have real UFOs. They test them every Wednesday. So he takes people out to Area 51, to an area that's restricted now. But back then, before the Obama administration came along, in the Obama administration, they expand the boundaries of Area 51. It was the first time they admitted Area 51 even existed. So they had to expand it because too many people were getting close enough to film things. So these guys went out there and they filmed these fucking flying saucers flying around. And
Is there video of this?
There's videos of the saucers. There's videos of these things moving around in the desert. See if you can find them. This grainy Area 51 footage. So they're doing these things where these vehicles are operating in a way conventional vehicles in 1989 were absolutely incapable of doing, as far as our understanding of it. He gets arrested. They catch him. What are you doing? And he says, he just spills the beans. I got fired. I wanted to let people know that this is real. Now his life's in danger. Now he's like, they're going to fucking kill me. So he contacts George Knapp, and he's like, I think that if I just go public with this,
I'll be too famous to be killed.
Right. So initially he does it with his face hidden. So the initial interviews he does with his face hidden. He's like silhouetted. And then he decides, I have to go public with all this. So he does these interviews. He's explaining everything. He draws diagrams. He explains this element that was only theoretical at that point. It was element 115. They didn't find it in proof of it until they used a particle collider in like the 2000s. I want to say
Switzerland or whatever.
Yeah, I want to say like 2013-ish.
Okay.
Somewhere. So this is 1989.
Wow.
This is Bob Lazar in 1989.
Wow.
And this is him explaining all of the different stuff that he had to do there, where it is. And by the way, at this point in time, this was all just legend. No one knew if Area 51 was real. And they had these hangars. So these are these crafts that he brought people out to film. He's like, these things... Wow. They move silently. They move with a gravity propulsion system that's operating off of this element 115. And this element 115, when hit with radioactive waves, it becomes this thing that can manipulate gravity with this generator that is in the center of these ships. They don't have any controls. Everything is controlled like the human being interface, the alien creature interfaces with this machine biologically or through some sort of
Neuralink.
They might not even be human at that point in time. They might be like, well, we're going to be some sort of a combination of artificial intelligence and biology. Or strictly artificial intelligence at this point. And these things interact with this craft, and that's how it moves. There's no like buttons you switch like Alien and fucking joysticks like the Millennium Falcon. There's none of that shit. It's all done with the creature. So he gets into this thing. First of all, he realizes there's no seams. It doesn't make any sense. Well, now we know what 3D printing is. Now you know we can make a thing with no seams. But back then... they don't know what the fuck it is. And he realized, like, right away, like, this is not ours. When he first saw it, he thought, oh, now I know what all this UFO bullshit is about. We have them. It's ours. We're working on this. That makes sense. And they actually had an American flag sticker on one of them. They put an American flag sticker on one of the UFOs. Which is smart. Which is fun. It's fun.
You want other people to think that's ours. Yeah.
But then he gets in it and he realizes it's designed for something that's 3 feet tall. There's no seams. There's no controls. And it has this reactor in the center of it that defies anything we have any current understanding of. In terms of like what we believe is possible for propulsion systems, this is something completely alien. And it involves a stable element that is only theoretical at this point. They don't even know it exists. And they have a triangle, like a form of this stuff that's in the center of this. Like, see if you could find the video where he's describing the element, the gravity generator.
But the element, that triangle thing you're talking about, is that the engine, or is that essentially the gasoline? That's the fuel.
That's the fuel.
Got it.
This thing, when bombarded with radiation, produces this. I'm obviously butchering this, but produces this. Let's see how he explains it.
Here,
put the headphones on.
Powering the gravity amplifiers.
Do it from the beginning. Here we go.
So it's the reactor here, powering the gravity amplifiers. Gravity amplifiers output goes into the gravity emitters at the bottom, and the resulting gravity beam or anti-gravity wave can be pretty much put anywhere you want it to. Now, I had access and was permitted to view and look at the operation of this main level with the gravity amplifiers and the level below the gravity emitters. And people call these large black rectangular areas on the top portholes. I believe they were some planar sensor array that just took in information from the surrounding area, whether it be patterns of stars or what have you.